Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, P game. All right, man. So Rachel Nichols basically tells her side of the story. She was recently on All the Smoke, and she basically was trying to tell her side of the story. What happened with ESPN? What happened when she went to cover the bubble, and how basically she lost her spot. And she was basically saying that to a certain degree, she was unfairly misquoted, and she felt like she was accused of being something that she isn't. But here's the thing, and I'm going to get to this, and this is just real talk, what I think is going on. I'm going to use the word allegedly. No proof, what I think allegedly. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to say allegedly just to protect myself and my channel. Okay. Now, she basically said that in the wake of the situation, the tragedy with George Floyd, there was pressure on ESPN basically to try to do this thing where they want to call themselves diversifying, because ESPN had a questionable history of lack of opportunity for, minorities and women. I don't use that word, people of color. Okay. So, but with that being said, they felt like in the wake of George Floyd, they felt like, well, they wanted to make a move to where they wanted to, basically use Maria Taylor and let her host the NBA Finals, even though the job was promised to Rachel Nichols. It was in her contract. And she said basically they were putting pressure on her to give up her gig. And with that being said, if that's true, because I'm going to tell this from an honest perspective, no emotions involved, real talk. I'll just put it to you this way. If they did, in fact, do that to Maria Taylor, basically they tokenized her. And basically they made her a display Negro to say, look what we're doing. Now, if they promised that to Rachel Nichols, then she need to take that up with her legal team. But at the end of the day, it doesn't take away the fact what she said about Malika Andrews. Was she telling the truth? Probably so. But do I feel sorry for Rachel Nichols? Absolutely not, because I'm going to get to that right now. Now, keep in mind, there have been long-lasting rumors about Rachel Nichols, allegedly. Okay. Basically, as Bobby Brown would say, spreading herself around. Now, keep in mind, there was an alleged rumor that, she did an interview with Jimmy Butler, and basically she was flirting with Jimmy Butler. And then there allegedly they came to Jimmy Butler's room. They heard some loud noises, a lot of, sound like furniture was being thrown around and all that kind of stuff. Now, they said allegedly, I will say allegedly, once again, that they basically came to the door. They knocked on the door. They say Jimmy Butler opened the door. They said allegedly that they saw some woman in the background, which may or may not to appear to have been the woman in question, Miss Nichols. And there was also rumored that she may have possibly hooked up with another player, allegedly, during the bubble. I say it allegedly. And then, to be honest with you, if that is true, everybody knows that Rachel Nichols is a married woman with children. So we're basically talking about, well, according to ESPN, when it's a black head coach, Rachel Nichols possibly did the unthinkable. Now, keep in mind, she accused ESPN of basically spying on her, because she said basically how they heard the conversation. Basically, she had a hot mic. She basically didn't know that it was still on. And basically they heard her talking about the situation. Now, she feels that somebody purposely leaked that out. And then she's also wondering how much of her private conversations was they listening to, or did they actually have cameras around and they caught something that they shouldn't have caught. I'm just keeping it 100. Now, me, myself, I don't know. I don't know. Something sounds strange, because if what happened to Rachel Nichols is in fact true, like it or not, she does have means to take legal action versus ESPN, whether you like her or not. And I don't like the fact that ESPN tokenized Maria Taylor. So I'm just keeping it a buck. That's just my take on the situation. Like I said before, I wouldn't be surprised if possibly they may know something allegedly, or have something on Rachel Nichols allegedly, because from all indications, according to her, like I said before, she can possibly sue ESPN for breach of contract. Flat out breach of contract and harassment. So, we'll see. So I just want to give my take on the situation. This would be ironic if this, in fact, is true. Allegedly. Once again, I'm saying allegedly to protect myself and my channel. I have no inside proof. But this could be what possibly happened. Because you got to admit, something is strange. And I could tell by the way she was talking, she wasn't telling everything. And she was very careful, about how she told the story. So who knows? She may be holding something back, or possibly she may be worried about ESPN retaliating against her and releasing some info about her. But I'm starting to think that it's more to her being let go from ESPN than she's letting us know. I believe possibly she could have, been fraternizing with the NBA players. Now, keep in mind, ESPN doesn't have technically a do not date coworkers, but they highly recommend not to do it. So, I'm just keeping it above. So that's my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think. This is your boy Town Biz. I am out.